This is OhioPodcast.com.
Episode 30, Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad. Welcome back, Ohio Podcast Nation. This is your host, Tom Sutman. Are you looking for fun things to do in 2017? We have an exciting experience for you, the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad. The CVSR is a unique destination where you can take your kids, or hang out with a group of your friends, or even go on a romantic date, all while traveling down the historic tracks through beautiful Cuyahoga Valley National Park in Northeast Ohio. Communications Manager Taylor Nickel and Manager of Programming and Sales Kathleen Sapola are with us to talk about the many fun and exciting event trains on the 2017 CVSR schedule. Help us out again by liking, sharing, following, and retweeting Ohio Podcast with your family and friends on Facebook and Twitter. And look for OhioPodcast.com coming soon to Instagram. Now let's hop on board and find out what CVSR has going on in 2017. We have on the line with us from the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad, Communications Manager Taylor Nickel and Manager of Programming and Sales Kathleen Sapola. Taylor and Kathleen, welcome to OhioPodcast.com.
Hi, Tom. Thanks for having us.
Hi, Tom.
We are so happy to have you on the show. We can't wait to hear about some of the exciting events and excursions coming up at the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad this year. You know, the more I find out about the CVSR, the more I know I want to get up there and check it out in person. It's definitely on my bucket list of things to do this year.
That's great. Yeah, you should definitely come out.
We have plenty of fun things planned for the whole year.
Awesome. Now, before we get into all these great things about this whole year, let's talk a little bit about the background. Now, I know the railroad runs through the Cuyahoga Valley National Park, and if our listeners don't know where that is, it's a huge, beautiful national park with all kinds of hiking trails and bike trails and waterfalls and the forests and trees and birds and nature. It's just a beautiful part of Ohio, and it basically meanders up north from Akron to the Cleveland area. And this is where the railroad runs through. And so pick it up from here, Taylor. Tell us a little bit about the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Tom. The CVSR is a scenic excursion railway, and we're a nonprofit organization. We operate in partnership with the Cuyahoga Valley National Park, but we are our own organization. So our train stations run from Independence to Akron, Ohio. It's about 26 miles stretching that way, but we run through the park, and it's just a beautiful alternate way to see the national park really during any season. We run the winter months, spring, summer, fall, you name it.
How long has the CVSR been in operation?
Nearly 45 years now. CVSR was actually founded in 1972. The tracks have been in the Cuyahoga Valley area since the 1800s, but were primarily used as sort of a freight line, but in the 70s, CVSR was formed as a way to bring passengers from downtown Cleveland to Hale Farm and Village, which is also a great attraction in this area. And since then, we've been continuing to offer more scenic rides and a variety of programs aboard the train.
So you talk about the scenic rides. That'd be like a family would get on board and just take a train ride? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have 3 stations that passengers can board at, either at our Rockside station in Independence, in Peninsula, or in Akron, and you just hop on the train. It's about a 3-hour round trip, and we also have the option to, if you'd like to ride the train all day, our coach ticket is an all-day pass. So if they want to get off, if passengers would like to explore Peninsula, or if they want to go out to the Akron Zoo, then you're welcome to board the train later in the day and head back to your station.
How many tracks are there? Is it like one that circles the whole park, or is it just like a single track that goes from back and forth? How's that work?
No, it's just one track. Again, we used to run out to Canton, but it's from Independence to Akron. And it's just on a loop. It's actually fascinating. We have engines on either side of the train, so the train doesn't even turn around. It literally just heads northbound and southbound throughout the day.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, so we push the trains back and forth. So if we're going forward, it's called a push, and if we're going back the other way, we're pulling the train with the other engine.
Okay. All right. Now, the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad is famous for its event trains, and you have a bunch of these specialty trips scheduled throughout the year. The whole list can be found on the CVSR.com website, but let's talk about a few of them right here now. What are some of the popular family-friendly event trains that CVSR has coming up this year?
We have so many family event trains. Currently, right now, we are wrapping up the Polar Express, and that is our biggest program of the year. It's a 6-week program, and we have almost 40,000 passengers on the Polar Express in 6 weeks. That is really popular. And then our second biggest would be Day Out with Thomas, and that is when Thomas the Tank Engine comes and visits our railroad. And that's always the middle or end of May. So we will be doing that again this year. And then we also have these character trains where we have royalty on the rails or a superhero train, and that's for little kids to come on and meet characters and have a chance to dress up and have fun on the train.
Do you have anything around Halloween time for the kids?
Yeah, we do a Halloween train too. We actually did our first one for kids this year.
I'm sure they really love it.
It was fun. We had characters on the train, and we actually had characters dress up in their favorite costumes. So, for example, we had Tinkerbell on, and she was dressed up as a cat. And then it was really cute. And then we also handed out little goodie bags.
I bet you they really loved it. Now, what if you want to do something without the kids? Do you have any, like, date night types of train rides? Or, couples like to mix it up and do something different from time to time.
We have plenty of options for date night. One of our most popular events is the murder mystery trains. And we have actors come on the train, and it's an interactive program. It's a blast. That's an 18 and over event. We do those at least every other month on the train. And then we have a program called Dinner Along the Cuyahoga. And once a month we try to have a well-known chef come on board and prepare dinner. And it's usually paired with really nice wines, and it's just a nice time to get away. And then we are looking to do a comedy train and a game night train this year. We don't have dates set up, but it will be happening sometime in 2017.
Now, you mentioned the dinners. How do you serve dinner on a train?
Well, we have a couple of dining cars that actually have built-in kitchen areas, and some of the stuff has to be prepped before it's brought on board, but a lot of it is cooked right on the train. So we just get it ready in the kitchen, and then the servers just bring it right out to your table.
Oh, okay.
Just like a restaurant.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, that sounds very cool. I was just kind of like, do you sit there in your seat or something, and you hold it in your lap? But no, you actually, there's tables there that you actually eat at, I guess.
Oh, yeah, we have full place settings. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, that really sounds like a great time. And it's so much different than just, going out to dinner and going to a movie. Actually getting on a train and doing it, I mean, it's just, it's got to be a lot of fun, I'm sure.
It's really a unique experience.
Now, I'm betting that a lot of these train trips, they fill up fast, and people will need to get online to reserve their seats early, I would think. Now, how far in advance do tickets usually go on sale before then?
2 to 3 months, I would say. At least 2 to 3 months. You do want to get them as soon as you see that they're available. We do sell out our special events very quickly.
So just keep your eye on the website, and it'll come up there. And do you have can people sign up for any kind of notifications? Do you guys have anything like that kind of announcements?
Yeah, they can subscribe. Anytime you purchase tickets, you can subscribe to receive emails about some of our upcoming events, or if they'd be interested in any other trips that we offer. You can also follow us on social media.
Oh, okay. Well, great. Now, I saw on the CVSR.com website that you have assigned seatings for this type of thing. Now, I would imagine that if you have a group of people wanting to go on one of these trips, that it'd kind of be like buying tickets for a concert, where one of you buy the tickets so that you can all sit together. Is that kind of how it works?
That's usually how it works. Like 99% of the time, one person will buy all of the tickets, and then they'll work it out between themselves, because that's how you guarantee that you can sit with all of your friends and family. Now, with
so many fun things to do all year, can people buy any sort of like an annual pass or a membership that might save them some money?
Yeah, absolutely. We have both annual passes and memberships available, and you can find all of that information on our website. either is really a great way, especially for families, to be able to take the train if they want to ride, especially on a few of the different excursions that we offer. So all that information can be found at CVSR.com. Memberships especially are a great way if you're looking for early access to Polar Express tickets or, early access to any of the dining programs or anything. That is all part of our membership.
Okay. What about gift cards?
Yeah, we have gift cards as well, and those are valid toward any of our excursions. So if you do want to purchase a gift for your family or just a rail fan that you can just go to our website, and they range from $15 to $150 and are valid to any of our excursions.
Sounds like not just Christmas gifts, but they work good for birthday gifts or any other kind. So that's great. You can get
Absolutely.
all time, anytime during the year, you can get the gift cards in.
Yep.
All right, great. Hey, I had an idea for an excursion you could do next fall, maybe.
What's that?
I was thinking, like every Sunday during the NFL season at about 5 p.m., you could do a Browns fan therapy ride. And, like maybe have like a special menu, have like a cash bar, of course, and, just a little something to help the fans get their mind off of the game. I don't know. What do you think?
That is so funny. We'd have to talk to some of our coworkers about that, but I think that's a pretty cool idea.
Well, you might be able to make a little
I would
money
want to
out of
be on that ride.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, you need it. Yeah.
Okay. The Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad also offers adult-only 21 and up wine and beer tasting event trains starting up in January. Now, I love the name that you have for the beer tasting excursion, Ales on Rails. Tell us about Ales on Rails, Kathleen.
So Ales on Rails is a beer tasting program that we offer once a month starting in January, and then about every 3 weeks when we get into the summer months. And this is a 2-hour ride where you can sample 5 different beers paired with 5 different appetizers. And every month it's either a different theme or a different brewery that we feature. And it's a lot of fun, and it really is, I think, our most popular program.
Yeah, definitely.
Those
go out fast.
This is actually one of the things I want to get on my bucket list. This sounds like a great idea. Now, January's Ales and Rails ride is called Warm Up for Winter.
Yeah, this will be on January 28th from 7 to 9 p.m., and we will be departing from the Rockside Station. So we are still narrowing down the beer list for this because a lot of new beers come out at the beginning of the year. So I'm waiting so I can have the newest stuff on the train because it's exciting. One reason people like coming on is so they can try things they've never tried before. So we'll have some brand new beers on, and these will be a little bit heavier. That's why we call them warm-up ales.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be some heavier beers. And then when I get the beer list finalized, I work with Mo's Restaurant in Cuyahoga Falls, and I will give her my list, and Mo will actually help me pair the foods that go with each of the beers.
Okay. These are just hors d'oeuvres type of food that you have on these?
Well, we usually start off with like a garden salad, like a small little salad, and then usually some sort of pasta or potato salad, and then some sort of sandwich, and then an appetizer of Mo's choice, whatever she thinks will go with the fourth beer, and then we'll have a dessert.
Oh, okay. I got a question about the beers. Do you ever have Ohio craft beers that you feature on these things, or is this like national beers?
Yeah, we have all sorts of different beer on. We work a lot with Great Lakes Brewery out of Cleveland and Thirsty Dog Brewery out of Akron. We also do Fatheads and Hoppin' Frog.
Oh, okay.
So those are 4 big breweries we work with in Ohio, and this year we would like to do something with Market Garden Brewery as well.
Oh, yeah, good choice. Okay.
There's a lot of great breweries.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, plenty to choose from, that's for sure. Now, February's Ales and Rails is called the Happy Hop Train. I would imagine this is a little bit hoppier beers on this one, right?
Hoppier, yeah. This is if you like strong beers, if you like hoppy, strong beers. Yeah, and we'll be doing this on February 18th from 7 to 9 p.m. out of Rockside again.
Okay. And then March, I love the name of this one. It's perfectly named. It's the Irish Ales.
Yes. We thought that was fun. We love doing the Irish trains in March. They're hit. I know for sure that we will be having Conway Irish Ale from Great Lakes because that is one of the most popular.
Mm-hmm.
But we're trying to see if there's some new stuff coming out, maybe from Market Garden or other local breweries that we can also have on.
All right, okay. And now, besides the beer that's included with the tastings, is there any other kind of bar service available on the trains?
Yeah, we have a concession car on the train, and we have a variety of beer and wine that is different than the beer you're being served. So we have plenty of options. And then we also have pop and snacks and even CVSR merchandise. If you want to take home a souvenir because you thought the train was cool, we have plenty of stuff to choose from.
Oh, great. The other fun tasting for the adults is the wine tasting event trains, and they are aptly named Grape Escape.
Yes. So this is really similar. It's the same idea. You can sample 5 wines, and it's a 2-hour ride. And then we pair those 5 wines with 5 appetizers, the same way we do with the Ales on Rails. Okay.
Well, that sounds cool. January's Grape Escape is called South for the Winter.
Yeah, this will be on January 21st out of Rockside. And we'll probably have some Australian wines on this one. That seems to be pretty popular.
I see. Or maybe Argentina? That's a little south.
But probably a couple of those.
Yeah, okay. Well, that sounds good. Now, love is in the air on the Grape Escape in February with the That's Amore excursion.
Yes, this is one of my favorites because we can kind of celebrate Valentine's Day at the same time. We'll have some Italian wines on there. And then it's fun to really pair the foods on this train because we'll probably have a Valentine's Day treat. The dessert will be fun to create for this one.
Okay, that sounds great. And March is the celebrity wines train. Now, you were mentioning something about this being, pretty popular one to get on.
Yeah, we did this the last 2 years, and it sold out really fast. This is fun because different celebrities, whether it's athletes, musicians, you name it, there's so many people that have their own line of wines. And I didn't even know this until I started creating these events, and it is really cool. So we will feature 5 different celebrities and their wine on this train.
Who are some of the celebrities that you've featured in the past?
I know a lot of golfers have wine.
Mm-hmm.
That seems to be a thing. Many golfers have their own line of wine, so we'll probably have at least one golfer.
And there was the Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj.
Wasn't that really popular?
Yes. Or no, it was Moscato. Nicki Minaj Moscato. That was popular.
Hey, you know who you should hit up on this, and it would fit right in with your train and everything. Is
who?
It's Train, the rock and roll group Train. You've heard of them?
I think that they do have.
They have their own
wine.
winery. They do. They have their own winery.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
They might have been one of the ones last year. We'll have to do them then for sure.
What's his name? Pat Monahan or something like that. The lead singer for Train. He's big into that.
Yeah.
They serve their wine at their concerts, and it always sells out really fast. So I don't know. Might be an idea for you to hit them up for.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
That'd be really cool if you could get them to play while they're there, while they're serving. That'd be cool. So when you're on the Grape Escape, do you have any experts along just to kind of answer any questions about the wines involved?
Yeah, so 2 of our biggest distributors are Heidelberg and Superior, and usually we have one of their employees on board for each beer and wine train, actually more than one, more like 3 to 4 per train. And they come on and they'll tell you about the wine and beer you're drinking and the history of it, where it came from, what you should pair with it, how it should feel when you drink it, how it should taste. And it's really neat because you learn a lot while you're on these trains, too.
You couldn't do these things without their help.
They're really helpful with creating the list. And they help us advertise, too. They help get the word out. They help bring people to the train. And we work really well together.
I would imagine that the volunteers that you have there at CVSR are an extremely important part of everything that you do there. How about you tell us about the volunteers a little bit? They are. We are a volunteer-based organization. They really run everything. We couldn't do it without the volunteers. Our trainmen on board
the conductor, the servers that serve your beer and wine or dinner, they're all volunteers that work for the railroad. They're awesome. So we really couldn't run these trains without them. And if you come on the Ales on Rails, the Polar Express, any of our trains, you'll get to meet them. They have a lot of knowledge about the railroad as well.
Oh, okay. What if you want to become a volunteer? Is that possible?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can just go right on our website under the volunteer tab at CVSR.com, and there's an application right there that you can fill out with a lot of great information about, they have trainings and meetings for all the volunteers. So there's so many opportunities to get involved. Like Kathleen said, we have people that have been trainmen and L's on the Polar Express and have been doing it for years and just love it.
Right. I bet you they have a great time. Now, as we wind things down here, Taylor, tell the Ohio Podcast Nation where they can go online to find out more information and how they can connect on social media.
Sure, absolutely. Well, for any of the information and ticket information that we just talked about today, you can visit CVSR.com. That's our website and really the primary source of information. But we also do have social media sites that you can follow. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Facebook especially is where we post a lot of updates about upcoming events, so feel free to follow us, and you can find any information there.
Well, that about wraps it up. The Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad has a ton of things to offer in 2017, and you should definitely check it out. Taylor Nickel, Communications Manager, and Kathleen Sapola, Manager of Programming and Sales for the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad, we want to thank you for being on OhioPodcast.com.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you, Tom. We hope to see you on board.
And you will. The Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad is definitely on my 2017 bucket list. Is CVSR on your list now too? With so many event trains to take, I might have to take a couple of the rides. We want to thank Taylor Nickel and Kathleen Sapola for being guests on Ohio Podcast and hope we can get them on again throughout the year. If you could, please like, share, follow, and retweet this episode with your family and friends on Facebook and Twitter. And, as mentioned before, we will soon be on Instagram too. From all of us at OhioPodcast.com, thank you for listening.